This strange oxymoron about people like Grate, psychopaths, sociopaths, and I don't know if he was diagnosed that, and I don't care, F him, but they can also be very charming. Did that come through too? Because I know it sounds so stupid to say out loud, because he's a rapist, he's a murderer, but these types of people almost seem to have that weird power to make you forget that for a second, and you're like, oh yeah, and then, oh, wait a second, you're a piece of garbage. Was he like that?
Wow, that is so true. I didn't have a baseline for him because it had just happened. We just got him. He's not from our town. We don't know him. So trying to get a baseline actually happened in that room with him, outside of interviewing the victim who survived. That is absolutely correct. He's charming. He's charming in the interview. Generally, I can pick up if someone's doing that to me. It is who he is. There's a difference. It's easy to pick up when someone's pouring it on, where it's an effort for them. It's so effortless for him because that's who he is. And I guess the verification of that is he's had access this many times. He's found himself in a position, we can call it opportunistic. He works for it to create those situations where these things can happen. But if you can do something and fool people for over a decade and it keeps repeating itself, you have some charm. And he does. Add that to, he has piercing blue eyes that when these women describe him, or women he went to school with, or women in the public, or even his mother, describing him being charming, or his eyes, or different things about him, you could see why he finds himself in these positions around women sometimes.
How do you go home after something like this at night? I've been in the military, so I've been in those very, very stressful situations. Is it a lot like that where you walk away from it, but there is so much and your mind is still going? I always felt like my body was exhausted and I could feel that, but my mind was still kind of exploding. I mean, do you even sleep that night when you get home, or is there just, I can get more out of them?
Wow, that is a really good one. I went home that night. I just wanted to connect with my kids, my family. That's what I wanted to do. It's what I want to do every time. It's what I did last night. I don't care if it's midnight or 2 a.m. I'm going to go in my kids' rooms. I want to see them. I want to pull everything into me, like reset. This is my life. These are my people right here, and everything's okay. I always feel okay because I don't process it. I think like debriefing a police officer is critical. And I will openly say in 30 years, I've never been debriefed one time. I'm well over 1,000 cases. I've never been debriefed one time. I work cases with babies that we've lost. I've held babies that are gone. I've been to suicides. I've worked so many sex offenses, violent cases. It's unbelievable. I've never been debriefed. So for me, I am just always thinking ahead of the next thing, because you always have a caseload, so you might get done with one. Well, there's no time to sit down and process that. I have another case to do, another case. And in this case, it didn't end. I interviewed him 8 times for a total of I spent about 33 hours with him. So I didn't have any time for that. As a matter of fact, when I finished interviewing him on the last time, I wasn't done. I still was processing what needed to be done. I go home, I have a super good home life. I'm pretty strong in my faith, and that gets me through. But in this case, it never did get to be processed. It still hasn't. I still feel like I'm not done.